What is your favorite comedy? It just finished last year. Was ATL, Atlanta. Oh man, that show was so funny. If you haven't watched that show, I would highly recommend it. Unfortunately, I heard that season 2 isn't gonna be until 2018, and I was like, bruh, 2018 though. And why I love it because it's first off, it's funny, obviously, but it's so smart. It's so smart on the commentary that it's making, and the episode where it was just all commercials. Oh, genius. It's one of those shows where on the surface you could watch it just because it's funny, but then underneath it you can dissect it and like really chop it up, and it's man, amazing show. And it's shot beautifully. It's shot beautifully. The last question on here is your all-time favorite show, and my all-time favorite show is actually a comedy, so I'll talk about that when I get to the last question. What is your favorite show as a child? This is the question that I was wanting to really address on that tag. I used to watch a lot of cartoons, like 90s cartoons, and I wrote down a lot of here. And a lot of anime. Some of my favorite shows as a kid was like Arthur, which I still enjoy. Sabrina the Teenage Witch, oh my gosh. It is so funny. Oh, that show, oh, it's so funny. Hey Arnold was amazing. Magic School Bus was amazing. That's probably why I love science. Y'all remember the show called Big Bad Beetleborgs? It used to come on after like Power Rangers. Oh, both good shows actually. Boy Meets World. Boy Meets World, there was this episode in there that I love, which is the Halloween Scream episode. Recess, I really enjoyed. Okay, so I'm gonna include 2 shows on here that I love. One of them got canceled too soon, and it was so bizarre. I was like, this is so weird. And that's called Mr. Meaty. Y'all ever heard of this show? Probably not. This is like a puppet show. It was about 2 workers that work at a food court in the mall. It was just so bizarre. And like there was this episode where like his nose was crusty and he was like, oh, your nose is crusty. Like it was so funny. It got canceled too quick. It was just got canceled too quick. Anyway. But my favorite show growing up as a kid would probably have to be That's So Raven. I love that show so much. Me and my cousins used to watch that show. Like, we watched that religiously. Even watching it now as an adult, it's so smart on how it handled some of those jokes. Like, it was so funny. So funny. What is your favorite oldie? Oldie, I named someone here like Girlfriends. That's not an oldie though. I just thought about it. Golden Girls was really good. Full House, I love. Fresh Prince. My favorite would probably have to be Saved by the Bell. I watched that like every morning growing up as a kid before going to school, and then come to find out I was like, wait, they're in college. A show you just can't stand. There's a lot. But one of them is like, I just have to change the channel, and which is that baby mama drama, which is that baby mama show on MTV. I don't know. What is your favorite cartoon? Okay, my favorite cartoon has to be Avatar The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, both of them combined. Because essentially Legend of Korra is a sequel. I love this show so much. Don't watch the movie. Don't watch the movie. Just watch the TV show. The reason why I love The Last Airbender is because everything about it is amazing. The world building is incredible. The characters are phenomenal. The animation on the show, like, and it's one of those shows where you can watch it as a kid and be like, oh, it's so cool because they're like fighting. But when you watch it as an adult, you really get the nuances and how exceptionally executed it is. Now, The Legend of Korra, I was kind of hesitant because I was like, they're making a sequel, but then I saw that it's by the same creators. I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. And I love The Legend of Korra as much as I love Avatar The Last Airbender. The Legend of Korra is much different. You can tell because they were targeting a different audience. You could tell that it has darker themes. I mean, Avatar The Last Airbender has some dark themes, but Legend of Korra it has some dark themes, and it talks about more grown-up things, and it's really about like finding yourself, about love, you could really tell, especially at the end when you find out. I was like, oh, that's nice. That's really nice. But oh my god. Now, while I love the animation on Avatar: The Last Airbender, the animation in The Legend of Korra is impeccable. It is so good. Like, the way that these people move and fight, it's like watching a real life action movie. I was like, it blew my mind how incredible it was, because everything about it was just so exceptional. I was like, yo, it's lit, it's lit. Oh, it's really good. I would recommend it. And by the time you finish it, you'll be like, man, that was really good. And I'll be like, yeah, it is. A guilty pleasure. Now, I could not think of one of this, but then I thought about it. I was like, oh, you know what a guilty pleasure is that I watch is Maury. I don't know. Something, when I just watch it, I just laugh. And I don't know. Why would you go on a TV show to get a DNA test when you can just do it there at your... Oh. Nowadays, you can even have one where you send it off. You don't even have to leave your house. But it's entertaining at the least. What is your favorite anime? I could probably do... Is there an anime TV tag? I love anime. We were just watching some the other day. I have a few favorites, like, of course, obviously Sailor Moon Day. I used to watch Sailor Moon growing up, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Moon, power, make up! Like, bruh, it's so good. Ouran High Host Club, that was the first show that made me feel uncomfortable in the beginning, but then, man, Ouran High Host Club is, one of my favorites. But I had to choose on here. I think my favorite, like, I love it, I often rewatch it, is Case Closed, especially in the beginning. Now, the later episodes, I don't watch it as much, but the beginning episodes, like, because it's like, there's a lot of episodes. I really enjoyed, like, crime solving animes, and this is... That's one of my favorites. But there are another... I do have a lot of anime shows that I love, like Parasite. Oh my god, Parasite. I really enjoy. I love Erase. One Punch Man was really good. Now, you're probably thinking that Michael, how come you're not naming some of the more popular ones? Like Attack on Titan, I have a few issues with. Dragon Ball Z, I fell out. One Piece, there's so many episodes. Naruto, it's just so long. And I'm happy that there's... Similar to American television, and anime seems to be following suit, is that there's this trend of shorter episodes. Like, if you notice, a lot of now TV shows and a lot of animes especially is condensed to like 13 episodes, which I'm not gonna stop you. Because this gives you a chance to tell a good, precise, to the point story. We won't have all of this filler, unlike Sailor Moon had. The old one, not the crystal one. But yeah, so there's that. Number 10, favorite TV show quote. My favorite TV show quote is from my favorite TV show, which is Arrested Development. I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but this is one of my favorite quotes. There's a lot. Now, Arrested Development has a lot, and I mean a lot of quotes, and I still remember them to this day. It is amazing. But one of my favorite quotes on there is when Tobias... When Tobias gets into this like leather phase, he goes to the store and he goes to buy something. Oh, and the store clerk goes, "Oh, look who's back. Are you actually gonna buy something or you're just curious?" And then Tobias says, "Well, I guess I could be bi-curious." It's so funny. Like, it took me a second when I first heard it and I was like, what? And then I just busted out laughing. It's so funny. That show, I'm gonna talk about it when we get to question 12, but love it. Number 11, favorite leading character. Off the top of my head, Sherlock is really good. Cookie is amazing from Empire. I really like Felicia from The Good Wife. I really like her. There's a lot of great leading characters. So yeah, there's that. Number 12, all-time favorite show. My all-time favorite show, without a doubt, like if it was on constant repeat, I would watch it. And that's Arrested Development. Now, not season 4, let's get that straight. Arrested Development seasons 1, 2, 3. It is perfection. This is one of those shows where when you watch it through, it's funny because like you get all the jokes. But then when you watch it again, it's even funnier because you know how it's going to end, and you can see the things in like season 3, how it built it up, how it's making these things in season 1. Like you see how everything starts to connecting, and then when you watch it again, you get even more. Like this is one of those shows where I watch it every year, seasons 1 through 3, just because I just love. I love the seasons. I love the show so much. It's just so funny. If you've never heard about the show, it's about a family, the Bluth family, and their dad goes to jail. All of these characters and everything about it is so good. Like it's shot so like the way it's shot, the way the camera moves is so funny. It's acted impeccable. Like some of the acting is so funny. Like when Tobias joins the Blue Man group, and the whole episode, you spend the whole episode trying to, because he starts to blend, he starts hiding into like things that are blue, so your eyes are constantly moving trying to see where he is, and it's so funny. Even when he got hit by that car, it's still funny. It's one of my favorite, and it's one of those shows where like when I watch it, I just feel so happy. I love it so much. It's one of my favorite. It's my favorite TV show. I love Arrested Development season 1 through 3. I just want to get it out there. Seasons 1 through 3. So yes, that's the TV tag. If you have any recommendations on any shows that you want me to watch, I can try to watch them. Because I don't really watch that much TV. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye!
I hold on to this storm 'cause I need to be swept away.